I am currently broke on the donut SMP, which is why I am forcing myself to make $1 billion no matter what. I will also be using some crazy money making methods in this video, so make sure to watch until the very end. There's also only 3 rules for this challenge. 1 being no help from my fans or anyone I know. 2 is no pay to win or spending any shards. And 3 is I have to get a billion as quick as I possibly can. Will I be able to complete this challenge? Let's find out. Okay, so first things first, I actually do not know what to do as a starter because I haven't been broke on the donut SMP in a while. And the first thing I think I should do is probably just get stone tools. Okay, so now that I have stone tools, I'm probably just going to order a bit of logs until I have like $10,000 or something, and then I'll see what to do from there. So each birch log currently sells for 163, which is not too bad, so I'm just going to cut down a bunch of birch trees, and yeah. Okay, so I just got almost a stack of birch logs, and I'm just going to see how much I can sell these for on orders. $10,000. It's actually more than I was expecting. I was expecting like 4,000. Now I can either keep cutting down more birch trees or move on to my second plan, which is crafting redstone things and selling them on the auction house. Now this method works because a lot of rich players are way too lazy to go ahead and craft their own redstone items. So all they do is just search the redstone items on the auction and buy those, because the price of these redstone things like comparators is not that much money to them. But for someone like me, 9,000 is a lot of money. And speaking of comparators, that is actually going to be my first plan, and I actually don't even know how to craft a comparator, so let's just see how to do this. 3 stone, 3 torches, and 1 quartz. Okay, so I've learned that redstone is actually incredibly expensive, so what I'm going to do is just chop down a bunch of trees until I can get like a stack of redstone. Okay, so I just came up with an idea where instead of buying the redstone off the auction house, I can actually just order the redstone, which I think will be a lot cheaper. I'm thinking I set up my own order, and I just make it a little bit more expensive than theirs. So I'm the first one. Okay, so I've just realized a huge flaw in my plan. First off, orders take really long, and if I try to do an order, someone is just gonna charge higher than what I was charging. Like, I was literally waiting for like 2 minutes, and this guy already made a higher order. So I'm low-key just going to buy redstone off the auction house normally. So now what I have to do with this redstone is craft it into redstone torches. And instead of buying sticks, I can just craft a bunch of them with this wood. There we go. I have a stack of sticks. And I just made a stack of redstone torches. Now the only thing I need is quartz, and I can start crafting my comparators. Which, luckily for me, you can just buy off the auction house. I can buy a stack for 2,000, which is actually really cheap. So it seems like I can only make 20 comparators, which is still a lot. And if I sell these for the cheapest price on the auction house, I will make about 250,000. So I'm going to start selling these and let you guys know how it goes. Okay, so I just put all my comparators on the market, and as you guys can see, people are already buying the comparators super quickly, which is actually kind of crazy. But there's all the comparators. I'm just gonna wait a good like 3 minutes, and all those should be sold. Alright, so it's been like 5 minutes or something. Let's see what the auction house is looking like. I have 5 comparators still up for sale, and the cheapest one is now 10,000. I made a good 200,000. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I just put about like 20 torches on the market. I'm gonna be back to waiting, and yeah. So I ended up selling a few redstone torches, getting me up to 180k. Then I actually went through my own Discord to try to find a good money making method, and I landed on this. Basically, I want to trade with a villager for really low cost and order those books for a huge profit. But step 1 is actually to find a village. So I'll update y'all when I find one. Okay, a little detour, but I did just find a hole down to some type of base or something, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go down here real quick, check what this is all about. It was just a cave. Okay, never mind then. Dude, I thought this was like the start of a village house, bro. It's just a ruined portal. Oh my god. Please tell me there's a villager here. Please, just one. I literally just need one. Oh my god. No. No, bro, no. Bro, the entire village is like raided, bro. Next village. Oh my god, wait. Please, 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 just one villager. Please, bro, please. Dude, are you serious, bro? There's literally no one here, bro. Oh, oh wait. This is the village path, wait. This could be the one, this could be the one. Dude, if they're all dead again, I'm actually gonna be so mad. Like, who goes to villages and just kills every single villager? Oh my god. Dude, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I found one. Oh my god. Okay, wait. What do I'm just gonna box him up, I think. I have this guy in a box, and then zombify him, and see what to do from there. 70k for a lectern, bro. Okay, now I'm just gonna keep rolling until I get blast protection 4. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, but maybe it will.
Honestly, I'm like kind of going for any good enchant.
It could just be like protection 4.
Blast prot.
Maybe even mending. I don't know how much that would go for though. Unbreaking 3. That's gotta be like something. Okay, the biggest order is around 26k, which honestly, I am pretty happy with because I've been rolling for like so long, bro, you don't even understand. Okay, so this is where the zombie is gonna be. I'm gonna go over here, click the lever, he's gonna drop down, and you should be able to hit him. In theory, I don't know if it's possible, but now I actually need to find the zombie, and I don't even have mob spawns on, so I didn't really think about how I was gonna get zombie in the hole. Okay. Okay. So now I have a zombie villager. I really do not want to miss this. That'd be really bad. So weakness. An apple. And now we wait. Oh! I didn't even notice he came back to normal. Why does he not have the trade? Why did the trade reset? Bro, I literally killed the zombie. Efficiency 5 is 30k each, and I got efficiency 4 for 1 emerald, so I'm low-key just gonna take that and like just combine it. Why is leather so expensive? No, it's actually making me mad. I just heard a cow. No, where is he? I don't have the money to buy books. Sorry, man, but I need your leather. Okay, now I'm almost dead broke. However, I can buy 3 efficiency 4 books. Okay, now I just have to combine these, which is easy because I can just buy experience. Throw this in here, 30k. Okay, so I just made 6 efficiency 5 books, but this guy did just change his price to 48 emeralds. As soon as it turns nighttime, I'm gonna infect this guy again, and hopefully his trades don't reset. 162k. That is pretty solid. Oh my god, he does so much damage. Perfect. Bro, how is he still not cured? I've been sitting here for like 5 minutes. Okay, what are the trades looking like? 48. It's the same. Oh shoot! Alright, so moving on to the next method, we are gonna be making a pink petal farm. Yes, you heard it right. I'm sure you guys have heard the new meta is apparently pink petal farms, so now I have to run around for another 3 hours, find myself a cherry biome. God, and my mob spawns are still on from that stupid method that I'm never doing again. Oh, we got A whole army of turtles here, dude. We got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 turtles just sitting in the river, bro. Okay, good luck on the next life, bro. This one's not it. What is this? Oh, you think it's all funny games? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh! Wait, is this literally just a cherry tree? Bro, this guy made me think that it was a cherry biome because he just planted one cherry tree. That might have been the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Okay, wait, this is actually kind of promising. Oh! Wait. That could be it. Please don't be another fake tree, bro. This is like the smallest biome ever, but this might count. Okay, wait, it is a cherry grove. Okay. So now that I found a cherry grove biome, even though it is like the smallest biome ever, it's fine. I'll make it work. So the first thing I'm going to do is map out the area where it is the cherry biome and where it's not. So I'm just going to make a platform real quick. Okay, so I've just finished laying out the entire biome. Honestly, it looks a lot weirder than I thought it would, but I'm probably just going to use this spot for making my farms. First thing I gotta do is get the materials for the farms. I don't really know what materials I need, so I'm just gonna get pistons, observers, a bunch of redstone, and I'll just buy it as we go, I guess. Okay, so this is my new genius plan. I'm gonna have pistons pushing from side to side here, which I think will work. Water is gonna be here, and it's just gonna flow into the middle right here. Okay, also I've just realized I'm running out of money, so what I'm gonna do is just make a bunch of comparators, and while I'm making the farm, I'm just gonna occasionally sell some of these and hopefully make some money from that. Okay, so I just crafted 21 comparators. I'm gonna try selling these. Okay, so I've just finished like the skeleton of the farm, I guess. I don't really know what to call it, but now I just have to do the redstone for the trapdoors, the pistons, and the dispensers, and yeah. Okay, so it's been about like 20 minutes or something, and I sold enough torches to get like 400k. So now I'm just gonna make a bone order, and the highest bone order is $67 each. So I'm gonna do like 68. Okay, so the farm is now fully finished. I have the bone meal crafter working. The reason this side isn't working is because the bone meal is still going to this side. As you can see, it's still piling up, but it is working. Okay, so I've been AFKing for like 10 minutes or something like that. I don't really know, but it's made this much, and you know, all these. So I'm gonna sell these real quick and see how much I can get. Okay, so from just that, I can make 500k, which is really good because I haven't even spent that much on bones yet. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill those chests with bones using the money I just got, and then I'm gonna AFK here for like an hour or until these bones run out. But yeah, so I ended up AFKing for about an hour, getting 2 full double chests of pink petals, which sold for around 2 mil. My main goal with this farm was to get enough money to afford an amethyst axe, which could break trees instantly, because with one of these axes, I can make one of the best farms on the entire server. After selling these pink petals, I ended up AFKing the farm overnight, which made me a lot of petals that even I was not expecting. Alright, so after AFKing the farm for a couple of hours, I have all of these pink petals waiting to be sold. This one's not too full, but most of them are full. I'm going to sell all these and see how much money I have. Hopefully it's enough for an axe, because that is my next money making method. So if we can afford an amethyst axe, that would be very, very nice. But I'm just gonna sell them and see how much I get. Okay, so after selling everything, pretty much everything, I have made 13.5 mil, which is actually pretty good. It's a bit more than I thought I would get, but hopefully we can afford an amethyst axe. I don't really know how much it's gonna be. I think I'm actually gonna get this one for 2 days, 20 hours for 12 mil. I think that's a pretty good deal. And now I have 1.5 mil left, and I have my amethyst axe. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a different area, and I'm gonna try to make myself an automatic tree farm, and then I can order those logs for a lot of money. Okay, so I actually think this spot right here is pretty nice. If I just flatten this area out, then I think we'd be in a pretty good spot to make a base. This base isn't gonna be too big, and I'm gonna show you guys how it works as I'm building it. But I think this is a pretty good spot, so I'm just gonna start flattening this area out. By the way, guys, if I was planning to use this base for like a very long time, I would not be making it above surface. But since my goal is just to use it for the video and to make as much money as I can like pretty quickly, I'm just gonna make it above surface because I think it's a lot easier for me. But if I wanted like a lot of money, I would, you know, build it underground so it doesn't get found. But okay, so I think this area is pretty good. I'm probably just gonna set up my farm like here. But basically, this farm is just gonna work by me breaking trees. The trees are gonna go into a shulker loader and auto sorter, and then I'm gonna have a storage system that's just gonna be full of, you know, spruce logs. So first thing I need to do is map out where I'm gonna be planting the trees, and I'm only gonna be planting 2 trees because that's how far I can reach. So I think I'm gonna have 1 tree here, and then another 2 blocks away, so right here. Now I'm going to need to place the water around them, so when the trees break, all the logs are going to fall into the water and then go into the shulker loaders. Okay, so now I have the water done. So when I break the trees on top of here, they're gonna fall into here and then go here. I'm just gonna do the storage later, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. But now what I have to do is I have to make a glass border around all these logs so that everything that I break will fall into the water and actually go into the storage and not like land outside. I'm just gonna bone meal this to test to see that it works. And yep, with this glass border around, it does work. So if I break this, most stuff will fall in. I do have to make this like really tall though, so I'm just gonna speed that up for you guys. Okay, that's probably high enough for now. I really don't want to build up any higher. It's a lot of work. But now I have to add the dispenser that's going to be bone mealing the saplings. So if you guys don't know how spruce saplings work, basically if there's more than 2 blocks like touching the saplings, like here's 3, this just will not grow. But as soon as I remove this one here, making it only 2, it will grow. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm like choosing where and how to put my dispenser and like everything else that's going to be surrounding the saplings. Okay, so I'm just going to explain it in a creative world because I think it's a little hard to understand in the video. But basically, how this farm works is one player is going to be riding the minecart while placing saplings. So basically, they're just going to hold down right click, just like this, and continuously place saplings. And while they're doing that, this dispenser is going to be like always firing bone meal into these saplings, making the tree grow. And then another player is going to be sitting somewhere with an amethyst axe, just holding down left click, so whenever the tree grows, they just break it. And then all the logs fall into the water, up the water chute, and then into a shulker loader. And, you know, that's basically it. Just imagine this farm with 2 trees, just like this right here, where basically one person's sitting in the minecart and one person is sitting next to the dispenser, just like this, holding an amethyst axe down. So yeah, that's basically the entire farm. I just wanted to explain it here, and yeah. Okay, so I think I'm fully done the farm because I just filled up mostly everything. You know, I filled up the bone blocks, I filled up some XP, I filled up a bit of saplings, but I don't think that matters because I'll get saplings from the farm anyway, so it'll fill it by itself. And I filled up a bit of shulkers, not that many though, because I couldn't afford that much. I think I'm good to start AFKing. Basically, the way I'm gonna AFK this is I'm gonna have my main account right here breaking trees, and I'm gonna have my alt on my other computer sitting in this minecart placing the saplings. And no, none of it is cheating, because the way I'm gonna be like holding my mouse down is I'm just gonna hold my mouse down like this, and then I'm gonna turn it off. And as you can see, if I just get close to something, it's still holding it down even though my mouse is turned off. So no, I'm not using macros or anything. That's just how I'm gonna be doing it. I'm just gonna get on my other account and start AFKing. This footage right here is just to show you guys how the farm works. I ended up AFKing for about an hour, and you guys will see how much money I just made. So I just AFK'd for like an hour-ish, and I made like 1 full double chest of spruce logs. And if I sell this, I will get, actually I don't know what I'll get. Let's check. Okay, so there's 10 mil, and that's not even the whole thing. And there's another 3.6 mil, meaning I just made like 14 mil off of that. And I can also order these shulkers for even more money. So let's just see how much money I get. And there's another like 50k. So yeah, I made like 14 mil in an hour, which is really good. So I'm just gonna like overnight this, I guess, and I'll see how much money I can make from that. Okay, so I just AFK'd for a couple hours while I took a nap, and I got quite a bit of shulkers that is just full of logs. So I'm gonna sell all these, you know, hopefully make a bunch of money, and yeah. Okay, so after ordering all that, I made $81 million, which is pretty good considering I AFK'd for like 3 or 4 hours, and really not too long. I tried to AFK overnight, but I low-key messed up the farm a bit and I died. So yeah, it's pretty rough, but 81 mil is still really good for, you know, how much time I spent AFKing. So hopefully I can AFK tonight, maybe make a couple 100 mil, and you know, we'll see what to do from there. At this point, all I really had to do was just AFK this farm and I'd reach 1 billion at one point. So for the next couple days, I just AFK'd and I made a lot of money. And I'm just going to time lapse all of it so you can see how much I really made. But after I got to 900 mil, something tragic happened. My base ended up being found and raided, meaning I had 100 mil left and I couldn't use my tree farm. You might be wondering, how was I going to get that 100 mil? But don't worry, because I had a plan. See, recently one of my viewers DM'd me saying that he got scammed by someone that was in my server. And I thought that this was the perfect opportunity for me to scam a scammer. Okay guys, so I just messaged him. Okay, he just teleported. So I'm going to pretend like I'm doing a legit trade where I have an ender chest. Yep, I think he's looking around for someone, but it's all good. 1.5 mil good for you. That was kind of higher than I was gonna say, but it's fine since I'm not even gonna pay him anyway. So hopefully he drops the spawners. The reason I wanted him to just drop all the spawners was because he was in my server, so I was expecting him to just trust me and give me the spawners automatically. Like 1 by 1 or what? Okay, I was really hoping he's just gonna drop all of them. I'm gonna try to convince him. Okay, maybe because he knows me, he actually will do this, but I don't know, man. A little sketchy. Okay, so I just said that if I scam him, he can just, like, you know, tell my fan base. Oh my god, he's actually giving it to me. Oh my god, I actually just got away with it. Oh my god. Okay, so I just got 70 spawners for free. He just messaged me on Minecraft saying, bro, are you serious? Oh my god, he's probably so mad. But guys, trust me, he deserves this because he did scam my fan out of 50 spawners, so I am pretty much just getting him payback. Okay, so now that I have my 70 spawners, I'm gonna go try to sell them and hopefully find a trustworthy buyer. So I ended up looking through some Discord channels, and I eventually found this guy that was buying spawners for 1.65 mil. I decided to trust him because if we could sell these spawners, then I would be way past the 1 billion goal and the challenge would be completed. This is the moment where after a week of long and hard work, I finally ended up getting $1 billion on the Donut SMP. Yeah, make sure to subscribe. Please subscribe. Yeah.